Hello again, it's Penny. I'm not sure what else to rant about for now. I guess in a few days if I think of an actual proper ranting subject. And I have a lot of things to rant about. They just don't always pop into my head when I want to do something, so we'll leave future rants for now, and we'll just babble ceaselessly about random shit here. We have all been waiting patiently. Tiny Toons reference. Yes, I'm that old. Shut the fuck up. Alright. I had mentioned previously that I'm not fond of my voice. If I'm soft-spoken and quiet, I can sound a lot more feminine, but then people have trouble hearing me. Sometimes, if I speak with an English accent, I sound a little more naturally woman. Got a little bit of Billy Piper going on here. I don't know. But the bottom line is, unless I get vocal cord surgery, I'm probably never going to sound 100% completely natural as a woman. But I think when I'm concentrating, I do pretty okay. One of the things about naturally speaking as a woman is men kind of tend to speak in a bit of a monotone. Their voice doesn't go up and down much. But women's voices are a little more up and down. And when I was first learning how to talk like a woman, I was being taught how to recondition my voice. Little tricks. One thing to avoid that so many trans women do when they're first starting is the Mickey Mouse thing, where they think, oh, I just need to talk higher pitched, that's it. I talk higher pitched. Now I sound like a woman. Oh wait, no I don't. This isn't working at all. One key trick to sounding more like a natural woman, aside of raising the pitch of your voice, is to keep a little bit of a croak in it, a little bit of a growl. I don't know why, but the growl, this is what I was taught anyway, having a little bit of a growl in your voice and doing the kind of sing-song thing, you know, more up and down cadence with your voice, is supposed to help make you sound more like a natural female. I unfortunately had to work on this manually because of the one testicle overriding my ovary and making male things happen in puberty. It was not pleasant. There is an advantage to my original male voice, is that I can do so many impressions. Unfortunately, they're all male impressions. The only girl voice I can do besides my own voice is an old lady voice or a small child voice, both of which are very creepy. As a funny story, I used to, way back in my goth phase, I used to go to what was the local goth event, the every night Sanctuary. I have no idea if it still exists. It probably does, but I could care less now. But back then I went to Sanctuary every week. And there was this big, tall, scary-looking bouncer. His name was Mark. He was a total teddy bear, like most people that look like that tend to be. I have found that most people that look big and scary, shaved head, tattoos, piercings, always tend to be the nicest people you'll ever meet. And he was a teddy bear. So he was really easy to freak out. You know, I would go up to him in pigtails and go, Uncle Mark, I lost my lollipop. Will you buy me a new one? And be like, get the fuck away from me! Because it was creeping him out. Sadly, as far as a female voice, there's not much I can do. My male voice, well... See, the funny thing about that, too, is doctors will tell you that you have to learn to talk like a female and it won't change your vocal cords at all, and that's not true. My original male voice was a lot deeper than my natural speaking voice when I'm not trying to sound like a girl. See, if I just relax and talk for a minute without trying to sound like anything, I don't really sound like a guy or a girl. I guess you could kind of say this sounds like an old woman who's spent her life smoking. But if I force it a little, I can do my original male voice, which could have done movie advertisements. Coming this summer to a theater near you. Yes, I know that's kind of eerie and disturbing to hear coming out of this voice, but there's a point to this. Don't get creeped out yet, because here's the funny things start happening. Is that I can do funny impressions. I can't do them too loud right now, because as I'm recording this, it's 2:37 in the morning, so I can't get too loud. I can't do my cotton like that. Really. But I discovered by accident the other day that I can kind of do Morgan Freeman. I can't get the voice exactly right, pitch-wise, but I have his cadence. I have his inflections, his vocal mannerisms down. Because I was watching one of my friends on MFC, which is a cam site where girls model and get naked if you tip them, which I tried to sign up for, but apparently if you have outdoor plumbing, they don't want you. But I don't even remember exactly how it came about, but somehow me and the other people in the chat were talking about how funny it would be if Morgan Freeman narrated her masturbating on camera. So I made a recording of it, and it basically went along the lines of Morgan Freeman doing a March of the Penguins style narration and then devolving into gleefully saying dirty words. That was I have to work up to it. It was basically almost, "Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman. Here we see a member of the North American species, modern-day cam girl. If you tip her, she will show her boobies. I like saying boobies. Boobies is a fun word. Boobies, boobies, boobies." And it went on like that for about 2 minutes. And I know it's not a perfect impression, but I got the cadence right. The thing is, this is the first time I've done this publicly where anybody can see it. Normally I only do my voice impressions with friends, or when I get dragged out to a party against my will and I'm nervous and babbling, I might do a couple of impressions to break the ice, make people laugh, and then I can have an excuse to, okay, I've done my part, I've interacted, now can I go hide against the wall? See, I can talk to you on camera here because I don't have to actually be face-to-face with you. I'm a massive introvert and completely socially awkward. I can be balls to the wall online, here on camera, I can talk, da-da-da-da-da-da. In real life, I will stare at the floor, and it will take you a half an hour to get a word out of me besides, hi. So, I had to work at the voice, and I had to work at a lot of other things. And obviously, Penny's not the name I was born with, and no, I'm not going to tell you my legal name. And sadly, it is still my legal name because I can't afford the fees for the name change. But Penny came out by accident. When I first came out, I actually wanted to use Ryan, an old Irish name. But I always had a pen because I was always writing or drawing something when I went to the goth night, which is where I was going when I first came out. And everybody had called me Pen anyway as a nickname because I always had a pen. I was always writing or drawing something, so everybody called me Pen. And when I told everybody that I was coming out and I was going to start living as a woman, as a joke, they started saying, "Oh, well, you're Penny now." And it kind of stuck. I needed something cool for Penny to stand for or be short for, so my official, full female name is Penance Marie Sotero. Sotero came from a different source entirely. And Marie, I just like the name Marie. But there's no real point to this rant. It's just me being weird. I will think of other things to rant about and do more rants later and whatever else. On the off chance these find an audience, I am Penny Marie Sotero. I am a fat, lesbian, intersex one, and I approve this message.